I'm too legit to quit. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, keep bouncing. Jump, 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 jump. The Mac Daddy make it hard. Jump, 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 jump. The Mac Daddy make it hard. 88 funny, 88 funny. 88 funny, 88 funny. 88 funny, 88 funny. I make a bounce on you. Okay, no games playing. This is Attention Whores Podcast, episode 490. Invite only, global VIP.
We here, we outside.
We outside.
Yeah, that's the motto, baby.
And before we go any further with it, let me introduce my guest. Well, I don't have to introduce this guest. She's a OG. She's an OG co-host, first female co-host, always co-host when she wants to come back and do whatever she wants to do, ramble, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And then I have this guy here, which I've met a few years back.
Yeah, we bumped into each other a few times for sure.
At a showcase or something.
Yeah,
that I put together. Hold up.
That shout out to Ralina.
It was a classic showcase.
She's been the plug for a minute.
Yeah,
she's been the plug for a minute.
You always gotta hustle.
Word.
Do it.
Word.
Do everything.
Word. But I'm glad. I'm
EXCELL,
grateful.
right?
Yes, sir. I'm grateful for being on your platform. You know what I mean? And you know, I know you guys are about to give us our recognition, but I like to kind of like kickstart the vibe by giving you guys victory cigars, because this is how we're gonna switch it up.
Okay,
we're gonna switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
I really want to.
Nah, yeah, we grown. We grown sophisticated. We grown and sophisticated now. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, you know, once we get that out the way.
Marco, what's my man with the eyebrows?
We're gonna switch it up this year, man. It's all about being grown, being sophisticated, you know what I'm saying, and really trailblazing, you know what I mean? And
you got a lot of things going on, man.
A few things, yeah. Don't put me out there like that. I got a few things. Don't put me out there like that. My phone gonna start ringing off the hook.
No.
Can we start with the cigar?
I can't smoke in here.
No, I'm saying. Explain.
Well, you know, I travel a lot, so a gesture of gratitude is actually coming over to someone with a gift. Whenever I'm invited somewhere, I bring gifts, because I learned that when I was overseas. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little cultural thing that I want to bring stateside, because, you know, when we are amongst ourselves, you rarely see that, right? Rarely see any gratitude, even though because you guys are going above and beyond just to give us a platform. The least we can do is show our gratitude, right?
We are giving you a platform, and you're giving us the experience of your lives and what you're doing, and that's going to help us go up.
Everybody, right? Helps everybody.
Oh, beautiful. Amen. Amen. But just to top it off, that's a little cherry on top, a little, you know, a little sign of gratitude on my behalf, and something I learned overseas. And of course, you know, we're bringing shout outs to the sponsor. Vaquila's on deck. Vaquila's sponsoring the situation today.
This sponsor word is getting to be a nice word. It's a very nice word.
Yeah.
What a guy like me have to do in order to get sponsors to help out a growing platform?
Well, that's a fair question, because, bro, there's a lot of people that's actually wondering the same thing out there. You know, what can we do to actually attract sponsorships? And one of the main things anyone should do is to actually, you know, put together an EPK, which is an electronic press kit, and shop that around, right, to potential sponsors. So that way they can start doing their homework on what you guys have accomplished and the value that you already have on your platform. So anyone out there, start looking into EPKs, electronic press kits. Those are not usually for artists. But now it's everything. Oh, really? You know why? Because of NILs, right? The name, image, and likeness clause is out now. The NCAA just signed that in. So now NCAA athletes get paid for the name, image, and likeness. So because of that encouraged anyone with social media access to actually implement that concept into their brand. At NIL, you have an NIL. People know you for a specific thing. That's your name, image, and likeness. They know you for that platform. So now that you condense that into an EPK and shop that around.
Free game right here. It's a free game right
That's
here.
what I'm saying. It's different. It's different.
So for all you podcasters or broadcasters,
Let me take a second. I'm open that.
Oh, please. Yes. There you go.
broadcasters and stuff like that, listen to what he's saying. You're basically an artist. You're basically looking at it like an artist would in order to get in his place, in order to get more value up for what you're trying to get done. So,
Absolutely. I mean, any brand, any product or service, their interest is to reach as many eyes as possible. So anyone that has a potential platform that draws attention, a brand will consider it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? It doesn't get no better than that.
That's why it's called attention.
Attention is very important. So if you guys have a brand already that attracts that attention, a brand that, like example, like Vakila, we haven't tapped into your market yet. Right. You have an entire market that we haven't tapped into yet. So of course,
so it's cross marketing.
It's cross marketing.
Yeah,
so
best marketing. But no one loses it.
But the thing, the catchy thing is here, right? It's all on what you marketing. Is it organic for your presentation? Mm-hmm. Like the way you conduct yourself determines the quality of product that will come knocking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now if we talking about a platform like this where you highlighting entrepreneurs, you highlighting artists, then you find products that will complement that lifestyle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that way you don't overextend yourself.
Real quick, before we get into what exactly is invite only, global, VIP, things of that nature, where did you start in this mind state? Because from what I know, you are like the phantom guy that always has his hand into something.
Appreciate that.
As you should.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So
Yeah.
where did it start? Are you from Berkeley County or this area?
No, I'm actually from Guatemala. I was born in a third world country. You know what I'm saying? So just shout out to Central America, Guatemala, and all my garifunas out there doing your thing. And that's what we're going to Belize. Belize is in Central America. So now,
Shout out to Dockies of Belize.
Yeah, so you already know the vibes, right? So yeah, I was born in a third world country. So for me, coming to America, right? Shout out to Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm an original coming to America because Eddie Murphy was born here. I actually came here from another country. You know what I mean? Like, but so you know,
like all comedians.
That's a fact. Word. So you know, when I came to this country, I always had a vision of what I wanted my life to be like, look like, and feel like. You know what I'm saying? So everything I ever envisioned or ever dreamed about, my goal was to attain it some way, somehow. I remember I was 13 years old and I came to this country and my family asked me, so what do you want to do now? And back then, Top Gun with Tom Cruise, that movie was like it was like a blockbuster. No, early 90s, right? Early 90s, right? Early 90s, 91.
The movie came out.
The movie came out like 88, but I came here in 93.
Okay, so you did everything.
That makes sense. So I came in 93. So but for me, that movie was everything. When it came out in 88, I was like 8 years old, right? So I fell in love with just the idea of jets and things like that. So when I came here, I lived in the Bronx, and they asked me, "Yo, so what do you want to do now?"
Where in the Bronx, sir? From Bronx?
166 in Prospect, bro. Right across from Morris High School. What's up? 166 in Prospect Ave.
That's my Forest project.
My Forest. Shit, my man. He know.
It's called River Park Towers RP.
Oh shit!
With hip hop.
Stop playing. BX is heavy here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, tell 93 too. Then I moved out to Jersey.
Got it. Copy. Yeah. So you know, when I moved out here, they asked me, so what do you want to do now? And I said, I want to be a jet pilot because was my thing. Like just watching Top Gun and stuff like that. I wanted to do that. So eventually. I was, of course, you aim for the moon because even if you miss, you still land among some stars, right? So I went to the Navy with this dream of becoming this, this thing that I envisioned. But of course, it didn't pan out. But I was stationed on an aircraft carrier, and every day I wake up and go to the flight deck and touch these jets and say, "Damn, I came this fucking close to being a pilot." You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be careful with my dreams because my shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I came this close to being a fucking pilot. Yeah, man. So it was. Yeah. So that's how that turned out. But on the path there, obviously I'm condensing everything. But on my path there, a lot of education. Just always seeking knowledge, always seeking information. I come from a household. I was raised by, my grandparents. So they instilled that in me. Like, yo, you got to be obedient. You got to be disciplined. You got to these things. You know what I'm saying? That now as a 40-plus-year-old, I'm like, yo, those are keys. Right. They were really giving me keys to life.
And from what I see is a difference in you're in your 40s, I'm in my 40s. So it's a difference in how we've grown up, and you growing up in your country and we growing up in America. A lot of the things that I think international countries grow with, America lost somewhere maybe in the 70s or something like that. It just went out the window, and I think it still holds in different countries.
I think
because it's tradition.
It's not tradition difference.
I think you hit it in the head though. In the 70s, during the beginning of the crack era, it's obvious. I mean, look at history, right? When we look at history, once they introduced crack into the black communities, the family foundation started getting it got destroyed.
I think really it started with the war and the dope, but crack.
It was heroin, but it's the same thing. It was heroin.
Yeah, right. Well, crack was in the 80s. Crack was in the 80s.
Crack was the hammer on the nail.
Right. But yes, you're right. But technically, after Vietnam, that's when the black family, that's when shit started going downhill for the black culture, black community. And after Vietnam, if you look at
that's when in the 60s, kind of when with Martin, all that they was trying to unify, and before then we had our own.
Correct.
But what happened is when we had our own, and we were very financially up there.
Shout out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, when they had Black Wall Street in the 1920s.
It was more Tulsa.
That's true. That's a fact. But
the thing is, every time we had a Tulsa, they turn it down or blow it up.
So now, what do we do? Right. So now we're looking at America and we're saying, I was born in this country. I just got to figure out a way to succeed. And I'm telling people, no, you don't. White people, they have ancestry from Europe, right? So they come to this country and they have generations. But guess what? After these second, third, fourth generation, you go to that white person's house, they still have the immigrant that came and landed in this country first and say, oh, you Irish, oh, you Italian, oh, you this, you that, right? So they can always go back. They can identify where they first came from.
When they come here, they're white. Right. When they come here, they're white.
Correct. But guess what we can do? Guess what we can do? We can say, you know what? Then let me be the first one to go to Kenya. Let me be the first one to go to Nigeria. Let me be the first one to buy land in South Africa. Let me be the first one to change that. You know what I'm saying? And start diversifying my family's regional reach.
Right. You can change history.
You can change easily, bro. Listen, you could be a double or triple citizen. You have double, triple citizenship, dual citizenship, triple citizenship. America, that's one advantage that we have as Americans. I'm actually an American citizen now, but I have double citizenship with Dominican Republic and in Guatemala and out here in America. So guess what? If God forbid something happens, civil war pop off, they stop in all Americans. No, you can't leave. And I just pull out my Dominican passport and I say, oh, hold on, I ain't using my American passport. I'm gonna use my Dominican passport. Here you go. I'm not American today, and I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have an exit plan. And this is what Global VIP is about: just making it comfortable for people to understand that the value of traveling. Why you should get out your comfort zone, why you should go to these countries and start seeing other resources available. Even someone like a clothing designer. I know a lot of clothing designers. And I say, hey, listen, why don't you outsource? Go to Dubai, find you a factory in Dubai, and start manufacturing your product in Dubai.
I had Raheem on the last show, the sneaker future, and he said the sweater he gave me, he said he's Taiwan, right?
See? Salute to him. And he has the right mindset. Why we need more of that. We need more people understanding that they need to outsource because the white men do it. You know what I'm saying?
So
they do it.
Everybody else does it.
Everyone else does it. Every other culture does it. Guess what we do in my family? We make money in America and we send it to Guatemala. Right. You know what I'm saying? We invested in Guatemala. And that's why we going to Belize this 4th of July weekend, because I want to bring that. I want to help my economy in my nation, in my country, in my region. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a good segue towards what we got going on this summer with Ralina. You know, we going to Belize 4th of July weekend.
Invite only Global VIP.
Yeah.
Belize this July 3rd to the 7th.
Correct.
Why July 4th weekend?
Beautiful question, and that's kind of like a metaphor to our true independence, meaning we can do whatever we want, and we're gonna do it our way. We don't have to be in America to celebrate America's independence. We're gonna be around the world celebrating our independence. So that's why.
That's my birthday time too. So really interesting.
Yeah. And we going to the island of San Pedro. They call San Pedro the Temptation Island. So I'm gonna just let that marinate. I'm just gonna let it marinate. They call it Temptation Island.
Doc has told me for years, and he has land over there. He just just came back. He just was out there. He was, and I hit him to see if he was going to be out there that weekend, but you know, money.
No, of course.
So
of course.
He always tells me, "Yo, man, I'm bringing it down."
It's
here.
amazing. It's amazing.
Gonna take care of you.
It's amazing.
You ain't gonna want to come back home.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You ever watched that scene in Boomerang when Lila Rashawn, you know, put it on Homeboy?
Yeah,
Then he called his wife, said, "Hey, I ain't never coming home." Harlem Nights. Yeah, my bad. Harlem Nights. I'm never coming home. Bro, yo, that's what happens in Temptation Island. So make sure if you're in a relationship, make sure you keep your leash on. That's all I'm saying. You need to come home. You need to come home. You need to come home.
Do you have anything to say about this?
I'm religious. I don't do none of that. I don't know the temptation. I'm good.
Aren't you going to be there working?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be temptation. Oh, working, yeah.
Temptation girl.
Temptation.
Oh.
But I plan on doing a panel for entrepreneurs. So I'm trying to connect with all the entrepreneurs I know. Like, be nice if you came and be on my panel. Like I did my panel. You was my panel on TNEC. I had the 2 events I had in TNEC.
Recently, no.
It was like 2016, 2015. So I had 2 panels. He was my guest on one of them. I had a men's networking panel and I had a women's one. And then I had a women entrepreneur speaking on my panel. Then I had a men one focusing on men entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So kind of want to focus on that, but more on like, you know, artists, obviously, designers, musicians.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Ask him, the word entrepreneur in the black,
Right there.
in the black, yeah, y'all blocking all of me, but it's all
No.
I had it back there.
There you go.
I joke a lot.
There you go. It's for you. It's for you. Yeah. Cheers. To Global VIP.
Global
Global VIPs now, baby. Let's get it. And let me get a little feedback on the Vakila. How you feel? What the taste? And I'm sorry to interrupt. We're gonna get back to it. What you think of it?
What flavor is that?
Yeah,
That's watermelon.
Yeah, I can taste it.
That's watermelon. So that's vodka and tequila.
Yeah, I can see somebody.
And tequila infused. The world's first vodka and tequila infused spirit.
I'm doing this just for this.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, gentlemen. I appreciate you,
I
gentlemen.
was a whiskey drinker. So
I need your feedback because we're trying to improve the product.
Make
sure. Okay, perfect.
It has a kick to it.
Yeah.
And it has, I don't know if it's citrusy or whatever.
It's watermelon. So
It's watermelon.
Yeah.
Kind of loose to me.
now you can drink that straight.
But
That's a fact.
What this will do is you will pour this and you will sip this.
Yes.
And you will pour this
And
you will sip
it will sneak up on your
continue doing
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's Vakila. Shout out to the sponsor. We enjoying it.
Thank you.
And
Sponsors.
Thank you.
yeah,
Real
so
quick, back to what I was
back to
saying.
Valina, yes.
I got it. The word entrepreneur in the black community has, I think, been used a lot more than it needed to be for some people.
Everybody's an entrepreneur in the black community, you know that?
Yeah, like everybody used to be a public figure. Now they're not public figures.
Yeah.
Well, I want the public figures back. But anyway,
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying because if you now we're living in a world where if anybody that is considered black does anything by themselves, in a way, it's kind of like an entrepreneurial mind state,
Right.
not necessarily generating anything from that. Do you see where I'm coming from?
I see where you're coming from, but being that I've had legal businesses and LLCs, and I even had a nonprofit organization that I built up, I had real businesses.
Talk your shit.
So I'm
Yeah.
entrepreneur, and I know
Let 'em
I'm
know.
a real entrepreneur, but I'm talking about
Cheers to you.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
But
I can concur.
Yeah. Cheers.
I can relate.
But I know a few people who have they're designers, and they actually, they make their clothing and they sell it and they promote it, but they're just not. I feel like they just don't know how to take it to
that
a
next
level.
level.
But they're entrepreneur because that's what they eat off of their product.
Right.
But then there's entrepreneur people saying, "Oh yeah, I hustle and I sell drinks or I sell food on the side. I'm an entrepreneur." You're not. You just make food. You just do it. That's my hustle.
Right.
But like I said,
She's still an entrepreneur.
yeah, I've had businesses. You Google me, okay? But
Word.
Right. You have bookshops. You have books.
Word.
You produce and you sell content.
right, exactly.
It's not,
Yeah. But I've also had, like I said, I had a real nonprofit 301c that I made and went through legal zone and had done for me. So it's like I had a cleaning business, I had an insurance on, like I had an LLC for EIN. These things I've really done. So
you put in your work.
Right.
But you're right. To your point, there is a difference between a hustler and an entrepreneur for obvious reasons. A hustler, they do what they have to do to make sure that they put themselves in a position. They have survival mentality. They have survival. A hustler has to survive. An entrepreneur has to create
and build
and residuals and all of these things, right? It's residuals. An entrepreneur don't survive. Like an entrepreneur does not operate on survival. They operate on logic. They operate on preparation, on a vision. They gotta have a vision. They gotta have a plan. Everything is structured for entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Hustlers don't have structure, to be honest with you. They're just trying to see what sticks in the wall.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the most part, predominantly, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's cool. Hustler is just a term now that we use as, oh yeah, he's the hustler. Everybody respects that.
Yeah.
But in reality, a hustler, they on survival mode. Entrepreneur, they are completely more organized than a hustler itself, right? Nothing against my hustlers, but it's time in 2024 with access to all this information. It's time that we actually start leveling up and stop thinking this hustler thing. That's you nickel and diming. See, hustler back in the day was the shit. When I'm talking about in the early 80s and 90s, being a hustler was the thing. Now being a hustler is almost looked down upon. It's like, yo, come on, that's nickel and diamond. It's almost like selling weed back in the day.
Right.
And there was a moment when weed was the shit. Selling weed was like, shit.
Because you're saying everybody has it now.
But now everybody is selling weed. Now you nickel and diamond.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you nickel and diamond, right? So now, in order for you to level up, you have to become an entrepreneur, like Ralina mentioned. Like all these accolades, all this recognition. When you Google her, you find that it's verified, it's real. She has a tax ID number for her LLC, and all this information is valid, is important. Right. And now another thing, right? As a hustler, you can't go and get a sponsorship legally. You can't, because hustlers don't think at that level. Entrepreneurs do. Entrepreneurs have the paperwork, the documents, the representation, the relationships. They have all these things in order for them to get access to these rooms and do presentations. And then it makes sense. Example, and we'll get back to you. I walked into, maybe you guys probably heard of it. You should. It's called Portobello. Portobello is a men's fashion store for men. A lot of men go there to find tuxedos and suits and stuff like that. Perfect. So Portobello, I'm in there. Yeah. So I'm in Portobello, right? And we were going to Dubai this past December, so I'm looking for some outfits for Dubai. And then I look at the manager, and I'm purchasing a substantial amount of stuff, right? So it's like a large amount of money. So he's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to Dubai." And he's like, "Oh, that's great." And I'm like, "Hey, listen, you ever thought about sponsoring a travel agency?" And he's looking at me like, "What? Why would I do that? Why would you not?"
Right.
Because everyone that's traveling with me there's a dress code for all my events.
Right.
And we come in here to find our dress code. So that's an easy sponsorship, right? So if we're having a luxury dinner and I need an attire for a luxury dinner, I'll come to Portobello. So me as Invite Only Global VIP, I'll promote that to my guests and say, hey, listen, we have a theme at the Versace Palace, we're having dinner, but go to Portobello and get a 20% discount.
Right.
Gotcha.
So you can fit the attire.
That's where I think, like with the hustler,
That's
the
completely different.
hustler's, no, it's the hustler's mentality he doesn't have. You can be an entrepreneur, but you can still have a hustler mentality.
But bro, you know what it is?
And that guy didn't, until you opened his eyes, he didn't have that, because he would have said, shit, hell yeah, why not? I'll definitely sponsor this. And everything you said would kind of fall in place and will work for him as well. You
know what it is, bro? I don't call it a hustler's mentality. I just call it creativity. You have to use your imagination.
Yeah, okay.
Because that part. See, anybody could be a hustler, but not anybody can be creative.
No, that is different.
See what I'm saying? And but we have the potential.
But there's people that are harder workers and not as creative.
But that's what I'm saying.
But you still have to have a hustler mentality. If you work, there's people that work one job, there's people that work 3 jobs. A hustler's gonna work 3 jobs.
He's gonna find
an entrepreneur is gonna have his own business.
He's gonna have those jobs work for. He's gonna have those jobs work for him.
Diversified. So he'll diversify. So you're right. So it could go either way. But to make it easy for the listener, you make a great point. let's water it down and let's keep it in that space where it's like a hustler does that, an entrepreneur does this.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you want to get out the hamster wheel, this is what you need to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you really have to be like Marlena. She put in her work. She committed herself. She educated herself in learning tax ID numbers, doing taxes for us an LLC, all of this stuff, all this information that a lot of people is very uncomfortable for people. It's like, damn, I ain't got no time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be outside, nigga. Before you
hustle at the same time.
Right,
Yes.
but hustle, and I see you advocating for the hustler, and I respect that.
What's that word?
I respect that. Mentality. Okay, I get it. You're right. You're right. You absolutely need that. 100%.
Right.
But it's like I need socks to wear sneakers. But what's more important, the sneakers or the socks?
I mean, I've been
But you need to me to be the hustler. And pay for the
I put my
entrepreneurial.
shoes on, man.
Right, because
But-
that's
Socks can get wet by themselves.
Socks is a luxury, but I need shoes. Period.
Yeah, you need the shoes.
Right. So that's the whole thing.
A legal Zoom might cost me $1,500. How am I gonna get this $1,500? I ain't got
You have to
no
hustle to get
I
that
have to
money.
hustle to get that $1,500 so I can build my
And
nonprofit.
hustling doesn't necessarily mean you outside on the block doing something wrong. That just means you doing as much as you can.
Well, you're right, bro. That word. That I do have a problem with the word because it's a slang that we use in our community,
Right.
and people misunderstand the word.
Right.
But in reality, you just have to educate yourself. You have let's call it an ACE what an ACE is. Let's call it ACE and ACE.
Right.
It's education. First of all, right? Knowledge is power. Well, they've been teaching us that since Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power. But we misinterpret a lot of things, and we are the kings of our own destiny, and we have all this unnecessary information that's misleading. Right? When in reality, there's a universal truth. And what's the universal truth? An entrepreneur and a hustler, nickel and diamond, an impresario, a mogul. You will never become a mogul as a hustler. Fuck what Jay-Z's talking about. That's misinformation, bro.
But he hasn't hustled. He hasn't hustled like a hustler in years.
Jay-Z is an entertainer. He's not a hustler no more. He stopped being a hustler the moment he
That's what I'm
signed.
saying.
The moment he signed to a record label, he stopped being a hustler.
You mean a hustler as far as selling drugs?
No, as
He's
far
talking about hustle altogether.
yes,
He's talking about hustle altogether.
generally.
Even though you
But
see
he still has to hustle.
He-
He still buy paintings.
he hustles out of Dame.
You're still
He hustles out of Dame.
Look,
That's what he
this is what I'm saying. What I'm sharing here should be clickbait because niggas is not really talking clickbait because niggas is not really talking like this, right?
Absolutely.
Jay-Z is no longer. He stopped being a hustler the moment he signed to another man. Now you signed to this label, so you are under this label. So this label owns you.
Right, you're right.
But he sold us the idea of a hustler, the image of. He sold it. He sold it.
He was the first one saying, "I'm not a rapper, I'm a hustler."
He sold us. And meanwhile, he's saying all of that.
I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
He's saying all of that while he's under someone else's company.
Yeah, but
And niggas like us in the streets, we have no cosign.
Right.
But we
let's look
take
at the image.
We getting sold.
We get sold.
We look at the image like you look at the
Yeah.
motherfuckers that was running the streets back in the day. He got this, and he's talking this way.
Yes,
That's must how I have to
Yes.
talk to get what I want to get.
yes. And you know, but Ralina, back to you.
Yeah.
This is deep. This is deep.
You had a whole plan. Look.
Yeah, this is deep. We going too deep. Let's go back. Let's bring it back.
Told you the flow. I told you the flow.
Before I leave it though, I want let's break this down and invite only global VIP. You started it, the basis of it.
Invite only, yes.
How did you with Vicky? And how did you with
Vicky, yes. Invite Only Global VIP. It's a brand that was created by my business partner and myself. Her name is Vicky Secret. She's actually she's in Virginia. I'm in New York. And we a while back, we connected while I was doing SOBs. For those of you guys out there that are in the tri-state area, in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Yeah, a lot of artists actually, you know what I'm saying? A lot of independent artists, they strive towards at one point or another, at least gracing that stage and then at SOB. So, you know, I had the privilege to be a part of a movement called Success Sundays a while back. Ralina also helped me with that. She organized auditions in New Jersey. Because we used to do auditions, you know, SOBs is SOBs. You just don't want just anybody on that stage to kind of like, you know,
you want somebody that's going to give them something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you got to earn that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't throw you at SOBs. That was the mentality. Like, yo, let's weed out those that are ready And those that are not ready, let's keep them on the radar and just give them some feedback. So then the concept of doing auditions came in. And of course, we had a chance to meet a lot of artists during the process of auditions, build a lot of relationships. And we ended up at SOBs, and we sold out SOBs over 30 times. Wow. And we'll have like Kid Capri pull up, Peter Guns pull up, God rest his soul, Fred the Godson will pull up. A lot of celebrities will pull up, and they'll be like, "Yo, who's headlining?" And I'm like, "Yo, nobody headlining. This is all independent artists."
So that's where it grows from. This grows from that.
Yeah. So I'm a segue into that. So then we doing SOBs. So I was on the internet one day, and I noticed on my Explorer page, I found Vicky, and I just hit her up because I noticed that she had a lot of flyers and she was promoting. And at the time, I started seeing the wave of independent showcases in New York City starting to come. So I'm like, all right, I got to branch out. Because I'm doing SOBs, but it's a lot of people out here now all of a sudden doing showcases. And I'm always thinking, I'm like, if everyone is
think ahead of the curve.
That's it. Just 10 steps ahead, right?
What I have to do that I don't be with the rest of the wave.
Yes, sir.
I want to control it.
100%. So I'm looking at the wave already. And then I'm like, all right, let me expand. So Virginia was a state that I actually always had my eyes toward, because when I was stationed in the Navy, they stationed me in Virginia. So I'm a military veteran. Shout out to all my vets out there. I did 8 years, you know what I'm saying, on the Eisenhower and the USS Seattle. So, and I was stationed in Virginia. So while I was in Virginia, my daughter was born there, my first child. So I always had a profound, you know what I mean? Like I had that connection with VA. And when I realized that Vicky was from Virginia, I was like, perfect. So let me reach out to her and see what's up. So, and she replied back. And she was like, so I'm like, hey, listen, I have a show this weekend in New York at SOBs. If you can make it, I can show you better than I can tell you. Because she's asking me 1,000 questions. And I'm like, I can't explain it. You just got to be here, right? And she, sure enough, pulled up. And that impressed me in itself. I didn't pay her nothing. Like, she just pulled up. You know what I mean? And good for us. We had a sold out show that night. We had like a consecutive streak of sold out shows. So that was one of the sold out shows. And she's seen it for herself. So I'm like, hey, V, come on. And I brought her up to the stage and next to the DJ. And I'm like, just look at the crowd. Look at all this. And she was just blown away. She's like, she'll tell you herself. So it was one of those moments for her where it kind of like validated. She's like, wow. Because I'm trying to get the fuck out of New York. She's trying to get out of Virginia. Right. So we created Road to SOBs.
Road to SOBs.
So basically, we'll go to Virginia. We'll do a showcase called Road to SOBs. The best performer from Virginia will come to New York. You know what I'm saying? So we started that artist exchange program, back then. And that's how we started our relationship, our business relationship. And it got to the point where eventually we branched off and we did the package concert series, which is a tour that we put together from Toronto all the way down to Florida. We hit every state on the East Coast. And that was another element that inspired me to start traveling and going overseas. The package concert series, just having access to places like Toronto is just like a lot of studios, a lot of artists, a lot of platforms out there that people are not even thinking about. Toronto's like 8 hours away if you want to drive, or it's 40 minutes if you want to fly. It's right there. But no one really thinks about it. They'd rather go to Florida, go to Miami or South by Southwest.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what year was this all like based in?
Starting around 2015.
Oh.
Yeah, around 2015. Yeah, 2015. And once we actually accomplished to build a report and a foundation with Vicky and I, the relationship we started exploring other options because, of course, whenever we come up with a concept, people will just start copying the concept. So we like, all right, motherfuckers, they swagger jacking, right? Yeah. So they swagger jacking. So let's keep like exactly like you said earlier. So it's like, yo, all right, let's figure out what else can we do. And it got us to this point now where it's like, yo, Vicky, she loves luxury. She loves entertainment. She loves business. I love adventure. I love entertainment. I love business. I love luxury, but not as much as Vicky. I don't give a fuck for luxury. Like I can go to a country and stay at a motel. I don't care. Like I could stay in a box as long as I'm out the country. I'm out of America. I could be anywhere. I'm not really too bougie, but Vicky, she's high end, right? So she kind of like balances the yin and the yang. Yeah. She's about that life. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we put together this concept, invite only global VIP. You know what I'm saying? So now everything we love about entertainment, about business, about luxury, about adventure is all about it. Yes. And now, Belize, July 4th weekend, that'll be our third country. We've been to Santo Domingo, we've been to Dubai, and we're going to Belize now.
So this started what year did it officially start?
Invite only started about a year, 2 years ago. Okay. Officially 2 years, in 2022. Yeah.
So this is a networking travel group type of thing, exactly, or is it? What do you?
I say it's a more upscale. I'm not.
Listen. I was gonna get to that. Calm down. I'm just
trying to generalize.
I'm generalizing it,
Okay.
and then I'm going to upskill it when it comes to what you guys are doing.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Well,
so that's what you kind of.
Well, it's
more to you.
It's more because we stand on 4 pillars. We stand on business, entertainment, luxury, and adventure.
Okay.
So all 4 of these pillars embody what Invite Only Global VIP curates. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a business entrepreneur and that's what you stand on, guess what? There's something there for you.
Right.
If you're an entertainer and that's what you stand on, there's something there for you. If you're a luxury adventure seeker, there's something there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want to be like the Walmart of tourism.
Right.
Right? You go to Walmart, you're going to find something in there. You know what I'm saying? One-stop shop.
Right.
That's what we want to create. We want to create a platform that's a one-stop shop for anybody, right? Anyone can go and you will find it at Invite Only Global VIP. But what's going to make us exclusive is the fact that we are invite only.
Gotcha.
You know, like if we don't reach out to you, don't reach out to us. And that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for reaching out to us.
So reach out. You got
it. Let me shout out to Rob because she don't play. I knew her for years. You sending those pictures back. I was like, damn. It's every event.
And he sponsored that event too. He sponsored that event.
Wow.
The Negro left.
Yeah.
He's one of the sponsors.
I always been there. I always been there. Yeah, I always been there.
Yeah, I remember.
Paddle Negro.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, that's why we comfortable operating in the space that we operating in now because we put in so much work throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? Like you can look back in research, as Ralina mentioned, and you will see, oh wow, they have been doing this for a while. I just didn't wake up today and say, yo, I want to do this. Like you really have to put in your work. You got to build a community. And speaking of such, like our Instagram, obviously we have a large following on Instagram and it's organic. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where because we travel and we go out these countries and this is the beauty of
people. Let me tell you something about traveling and showcasing traveling. I said the other day, I said the world has become life in the rich and famous because as Black people, it was a level that we had at a certain time in the 90s, 2000s. From like the 2010s, everything, I guess with social media, everything's become a show-off type of culture. Yeah. And me coming up in Tina Kai, I already know how that moves. So it's like, if you could show off, I'm over here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, then they will easily follow because they don't want to be late to the party.
Correct.
Nobody wants to. Not only that, you're just giving somebody something to see to open, brighten, brighten.
Nah, niggas be showing off.
No, a lot of people be talking about.
If I go to the bar with you and I'm taking pictures, is that showing?
That's not motivating.
Or am I showing you something that you have?
No, but you're from Tina too.
I'm coming from
you. Both perspectives.
I didn't get that same experience in T-Neck as I did. I'm in T-Neck, bro. I hate this shit. I need to get out of here.
That's why you left.
I'm from New York, so that's T-Neck is new to me.
I get you. I'm coming from that mindset too.
So T-Neck is actually a step down for me. Like, no. T-Neck was the next step to getting everywhere else.
T-Neck is a port. It's a port.
It's your next stop.
Your mom, your family stays there. Sorry, getting it. Your mom and your family stays there, and then you go off and do what you do and come back in the house.
If you have that mindset, a lot of people just being there,
comfortable, and they see somebody else doing something, then you bragging.
They don't.
No, that's how you're looking at it. You bragging because you showing off.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's all kind of perception if somebody's showing off, or they're showing you something that you didn't see.
Both perspectives is correct,
right?
Because you represent a group of people that has that outlook. You represent, so we know when it's incorrect. No right or wrong. It's just it's perspective. But again, where is the truth? The truth is in results. If I go to a country and I'm just posting on social media for people to see me, but it adds no value to my life, then obviously I'm hustling backwards.
That's true. Right.
If I go to a country and I accomplish things, I increase my value, increase my worth. Now, hey, I see why you on social media.
Build a network.
Now I gotta follow that dude because he's over there and he just cut a deal. Like
Right.
we right now, Vakila is in 12 states in America, distribution wise. And every country that we go to, yes, shout out to Vakila. We promoting the brand, looking for distribution in these countries.
Right.
We're having conversations in Santo Domingo. We're having conversations in the UAE, which is the United Arab Emirates, and we're gonna have conversations in Belize about potentially getting a distribution deal for our brand out there.
And
That's part of the agenda.
Everywhere else you go.
So and everywhere else I go, for that matter.
Everywhere.
But guess what? Guess what? This is my trick up my sleeve. I'm not going to these countries saying, "Hey, you want to purchase Vakila by myself?" I'm bringing 100 people with me. You gotta fuck with it.
Right.
I'm increasing the economy in your country for however long we're here, whether it's 5 days, 7 days, whatever. I have 100+ people with me, and let's just say each one of those individuals spent $3,000. You just made over 300,000. That's like over $250,000 that you made because I was here with Vakila.
They want you back.
Come on, let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. So now what I do? Take pictures. Hey, I'm over here. You know, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Now, if you follow, you see what the fuck I'm doing, you're gonna see the trail.
Right.
Be like, oh, that's how he started. Oh, that's the reason. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people that it's a lot of motherfuckers that we give our attention to, and we make them famous, but they are goofies. They goofy. They goofy. They goofy, bro. So let's stop making goofy motherfuckers famous. Let's start that this year, right?
Right.
Let's cancel goofy niggas. That's it.
That is the clear right there.
Yeah, let's cancel goofies, man.
That's canceled goofy.
Who canceling goofies? Yeah.
Equal facts.
Even then, and not to shade nobody or knock nobody's hustle, but if you scamming to get to the bar just to take pictures and
Yeah.
But people think that way.
Yeah.
No, trust me, I know. But you like you said, you gotta know the truth behind it.
What's the agenda? What's the agenda? Why are you doing all of that?
To get some shorties, to get some
Right.
To be that nigga on the block.
Then,
To be that nigga on the block.
then, like you said, we not knocking your hustle. Then do that, my nigga.
Right.
And I'm glad you're doing that because you out of my way. You not in my league.
Got you.
So you can't be mad at me for moving at this level.
Or I'll take whatever from that and
Reciprocate it and put it back in the world and make it
with some
build.
real substance.
But how many people see the moment everyone has access to a phone, that's what fucked the game up. Because now
True.
anybody can do the same shit you're doing.
This is true.
And that's what's hard for now sponsors to say, all right, I'm gonna put my product there. I'm gonna invest into this. Because too many people do it. Too many people do it.
And they're not really about shit.
They're not about nothing.
My man said in Incredibles, once everybody's a superhero, no one will be super anymore.
No one needs to be saved.
Yeah.
See, no one needs to be saved. If everyone is a superhero, who are we saving?
Nothing. You have no job.
We
Your
have no
is
job.
regular.
So now, what do? I go somewhere where there's no superheroes. See,
That's how you do it.
it's logical, right? It's logical, right? If there's too many motherfuckers doing the same shit here, then let me get the fuck out of here.
Right. That makes sense. Makes sense.
That's the old school.
Yeah. So that's
So you
that's
coming,
really
Bobby? So you coming, Bobby?
I'm thinking about. I was really gonna do the Europe tour this summer for my birthday, but I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Thinking about it.
Now look,
I'm
Belize.
thinking about it too.
Belize. What's Belize?
I haven't been to Belize. I've been invited there. So, and I've heard it was beautiful.
It's amazing. But what's Belize? What's so important about Belize that Americans should know? Two things. It's not too far from the East Coast.
Absolutely.
About 3.5 to 4 hours, depending on where you're flying from.
Yeah.
They speak English. It's an English-speaking country. Those two things are valuable, right? That's very important. When as a person, as a human being, I need to know how fast it takes me to get there, and if they will understand me once to touch down. Think about it.
Yeah.
That's just generally.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world I want to go, how fast can I get there? Because this is how entrepreneurs move.
Yeah, give me some more too.
You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurs be like, yo, all right, how fast can I get there? Because time is money.
Absolutely.
And when I get there, will they understand me?
Right.
Will they be able to speak my language? So
It makes it easier to build relationships.
that's it,
and
bro.
everything
That's the
else.
key, bro. And with your energy, with the way you guys conduct yourselves, the world is fiending for people like you guys.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you go anywhere in the world with your vibe and your energy, bro, you're gonna be welcomed with open arms.
Take the podcast over there.
That's the
Oh, you
thing.
know.
And that's now, but
I'll be on the beach.
But bro, July 4th weekend, when we out there with Invite Only Global VIP, you can literally structure a segment of our trip in the itinerary and say, yo, I want to host my podcast on the beachfront, you know what I'm saying? Or on the rooftop of this luxury
I
hotel.
wouldn't go without it.
And
You know what I'm saying?
and
With anything anybody does, your whole idea is, yeah, I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
go to enjoy myself, but it's
That-
got to be some type of.
Oh no,
And that's-
I'm always thinking, even when
Yeah.
when I didn't do it, certain things, but till it didn't come together, I'm always thinking,
Yeah.
how do I make this benefit what I'm doing?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's how I always think of it. Like, all right, I'm going over there. It's stupid for me not to even try or attempt to get something out of that, or to use what I do, even if it's on some pleasurable shit, like I'm chilling, whatever, and build something out of that for content. Because everything I do online is my brand now.
Right.
Nothing is like
Right.
I do regular. Yeah.
Everything
It's
is
all to build this. I've been doing this since the pandemic.
that's
I've
dope.
been doing this from the pandemic.
Congratulations.
I started with
Congratulations.
Jonathan. She was my second co-host.
Mhm.
She came and represented.
Hey.
She's always got a spot, like
She's
I said.
We have fun, yes.
Yes, she's crazy, especially at the last one at the restaurant.
Oh, your restaurant.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about, bro. I don't know.
I'm here for it. I'm here. I want all the smoke. I'm here for it.
Real quick, I'm trying to get in. So that's event. Only global.
Invite only global
IOGV.
Invite only global VIP.
Acronym for it.
No, we'll get to that once we build the brand. But for now, it's invite only global VIP. So people remember. They remember. Yeah. So yeah.
You said MASTXRKEY something different. Should I
Oh wow, you went there. You went there.
Should I talk
MASTXRKEY.
about that?
I could tap
I like
into
the
it.
name.
I could tap into it a little bit.
Okay.
I could tap into it a little bit. And on the basis, MASTXRKEY. All right. So when we talk about the industry, what's one of our biggest concerns in the music business or entertainment or business or anywhere in the world itself? The biggest concern is there's always gatekeepers. So I created the MASTXRKEY, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Moving on.
I vote for it.
So I got the MASTXRKEY. So
That's how you.
MASTXRKEY opens all the doors.
that's it, baby. That's it. We don't need the gatekeepers will no longer be an issue once MASTXRKEY is accessible to everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Alina.
Yes.
Because we kind of went over a lot of stuff. We went over the sponsors. We went over the showcases a little bit with them and all that. How are you doing? What's going on, girl?
Oh, wow.
What's going on?
I'm doing well.
You're doing very well. Every time I see Marlene, it's a whole new branch grown on this tree. Not last time, but one of the times I helped them move out some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. My
Yo, cheers to growth
Yes.
and progress. Evolving.
Yeah.
Beautiful word. Evolution. Yes.
You
Cheers to
have a new
that.
environment right now.
Oh, yes. I live in a new environment.
Yes, we don't have to tell where with or whatever.
This needs to be your office from now on.
Yeah. You have a new job or not job? I'm gonna say job. Just so
No, I'm still in Nordstrom's. You come see me in the men's shoes. Okay.
And shout out to Ralina for the accommodations. These accommodations are top tier.
Let me tell you something.
This accommodations here is top tier.
Nah, real
Shout out to Ralina.
Ralina, she will take any job, whatever the job is, and make it to her specifications. Like it doesn't, I've seen her at anything, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm here, whatever." And the fact that she doesn't give a fuck, and she just here to grind, make money, and double that, it doesn't matter. These people, we live in a really shallow world right now.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Everything is about how it looks.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But with her, she's always on top of everything. She's always grinding, building for her family.
And what you see is what you get. Yeah, salute.
Right. So I've known EXCELL for a long time. He actually gave me the first experience hosting a show at Iguanas back in the day.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes,
I did not know that.
I did not know that. I saw the flyer on my Facebook.
Wow, I did not know that.
2011. I
That's
hosted,
crazy. Word.
Me and Wonky. Shout out to Wonky.
Shout out to Wonky.
Right.
Yeah, that's the bro.
So he used to do showcases.
Yeah.
I used to, I worked with known him for a long time, and he brought this to my attention, and I was very interested because this would be dope for me to take my panel, take people I know that are entrepreneurs who are trying to build, not just hustling entrepreneurs that are trying to actually take a brand and build it like you guys.
Yeah, right.
And take that overseas, network, meet other people, expand your brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even maybe buy land or network with someone out there.
Outsource.
A whole bunch of things.
Yeah,
Instead of just
a lot of
we all can
opportunities.
travel and have fun on the beach, but let's make money while we're doing it. As you know, I don't want to party no more. For instance, I don't party no more.
No.
You see me outside the club or at a party, I'm working. I'm getting money. I'm not partying no more. If it ain't about money, I'm not outside.
That's the way it should be. I mean, we adults at the end of the day, we have families to feed, mouths to feed. We have things to do. We have people that we're responsible for.
Hey,
We have,
Right.
We all adults, we got villages. We
Right.
responsible for these villages. So why not bring something to the table that's actually going to change the course of the generational wealth? But see, that word is being thrown around a lot.
Generational wealth.
It's being thrown around. It's being missed.
Words and phrases are being thrown around like frisbees now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And people don't understand how do you change generational curses? How do you change generational wealth? It starts with knowledge. It starts with discipline. It starts with structure. It starts with principles. It starts with morality. It doesn't start with money.
No, right.
But everyone thinks it starts with money. So ask backwards.
Money's just a tool to make things go in motion.
Go ahead.
Right.
Say it louder for those in the back that didn't hear you, bro.
Say it loud.
Say it louder for those in the back.
Money is the tool to get you where you need to be, but you have to have the knowledge,
That part.
like you said, behind it in order to, get
That part.
Even if you have the knowledge, if you don't know what to do with it,
Right.
it could
Right.
be detrimental.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So what we do, we surround ourselves with individuals that steel sharpen steel, right? So now the Ralinas of the world inspire me to stay on top of my game because I see how she moves.
Right.
Yes.
So now I'm like, yo, if she's moving in that fashion, I gotta follow suit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you surround yourself, and shout out to the team. You know, we have Evie. Evie's located in DC. We have Leanne. Leanne is located in Atlanta. We have Vicky. Obviously, Vicky, she's in Virginia. Leanne. Oh, you have a sister called? Okay. Oh, that's no. Oh, so yeah.
She did the song that we did at the showcase. She's in the video.
Wow, look at that, man. Listen, we've been aligned for a minute. We've been in tune for a minute. That's crazy. But shout out,
She's been doing it.
shout out to Leanne. Facts. Shout out to her. Shout out to Dime out in Brooklyn doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? We have Serena also out there in Virginia doing her thing. Like my goal
with her sister.
My goal is just to create a team of superheroes. You know what I'm saying? As you mentioned earlier, like, you know, it's too many heroes here, but let me create my own Justice League outside. So invite only global VIP is the Justice League, and we're going on the world. We're going across the universe to find whoever needs us to be there will be there, and that's really what invite only really is. We're bringing quality people with us, and we bring people that represent the culture, the true culture of what Black America is all about: Black excellence, Black beauty, Black creativity. All of these things, we bring the best representation possible to these sides of the world. That's why when we also travel with artists. When artists go to Dubai, we bring the best qualified artists because I tell these guys, like, hey, listen, we in Dubai now, and you guys represent exactly whatever you do on that show right now tonight on that stage. It's a testimony to what we have going on at home. Right. So regardless of what they see on YouTube or on TV, they're gonna go based on your performance tonight. So you better be the best representation of our culture while you up there.
A lot of people, they're not used to performing because we live in this YouTube, TikTok era where you just see everything and they just copy.
It's the streaming. This the whole streaming syndrome. You know what I mean? Like everyone is for the most part. Most artists. I'm not gonna say everyone. I take that back. Most artists suffer from stream syndrome. And what that is, they rely so much on streaming. They think everything is on social media. No, bro, come on, man. All right, whatever. If that's
you have to have content in order to put on social media. So you gotta go.
It's a tool, just like
it's a tool.
Marketing
tool.
It's a marketing tool.
You said it.
What you have to do.
You said it. But you still, this is the key. Streaming, how much money do you make? How many dollars do you get per stream? How much currency do you get per stream? Come on, not even a percentage of a penny. Not even. That's too much. 0.0001% of a penny that you get per stream.
My tangible CD, and you'll find a tangible CD player to play
that. Just like anything else, it's still a hustle. I do streaming, and I'm not gonna lie. I can pay I'm good on streaming, but you have to know what you're doing, just like anything else at the end of the day.
Correct. But now let me say this. That's one aspect of it, right? So you have streaming. Like, see, labels have departments. Yo, go speak to the director of streaming. Go to that department. Go speak to the director of marketing. Go speak to the director of A&R. Go speak to there's departments. So if you master one department, that still doesn't really cover the entire spectrum of what it is to be an actual successful artist, because you still have to focus on endorsements, you have to focus on sponsorships, on marketing, on promotion. It's a lot. It's a lot.
And I feel like that's the entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the difference completely.
The hustle is knowing that you have to cover everything.
Correct.
But the entrepreneur
is having access, having the knowledge to go out there and get it. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. But what Invite Only does, we take you to these countries and we show you resources there. Example, in Belize, We have access to media platforms. We have access to local news. We have access to DJs. We have access to record labels. We have access to venues. We have access to, come on, man, stop playing.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't have to go through the red tape that we got to go through here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's too political in America. That's why I'm turned off.
He's selling me. He's really.
I'm saying.
He's selling me on believe.
Shout out to
I
Vakila.
was planning on it.
I'm telling you.
Listen,
I
she
might have
called
to
me.
do
Let's be clear. Shout out to everybody that follows AWP Attention Horse Podcast, man.
Salute.
She called me out of the blue, right? And was like, yo, this is what I'm doing. Da, 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 da. I said, word. I said, this is kind of familiar to me, but I was like, oh, y'all doing it on a real upscale thing, yeah. And then I was like, okay, I'm interested. And then she told me what I would need to do, and I said, okay, I'll see what about it. I'll see what I can get going. And now I'm meeting. I'm actually when I met you before for that whole showcase thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't really talking with
which
you.
is more about
you
performing,
wasn't.
right?
Yeah.
But talking with you today and understanding how you go about everything, I could see where you're at.
Thank you.
And how you're trying to get everybody around.
Thank you.
In
I
that
appreciate
same
that.
pocket.
Because it benefits everybody.
Yes.
And that's what you're selling it, but it's really it sells itself.
Exactly.
It does, but you still need a salesman. You
No,
still
of
need
course.
somebody to
Yeah.
make sure that
Once he
goes
puts it out there, it's kind of like you either grabbing it or you're not.
Right.
At the
Yeah,
end of
but
the
you
day,
know what it is? Not to go. I'm not trying to go get you. Just adding on. People are very fickle in this world. So you could put a lot of things in front of their face. A lot of times they need a certain incentive or a certain.
But if you
person.
believe in your brand, if you believe in yourself and your brand, you should be doing. Okay.
What if it's a
I
new
don't
brand?
want to either.
Wait, what if it's a new brand that they're not familiar with?
Rather
I'm
than
talking
somebody
about?
else that don't got too much
Google.
going on, they're like,
Right.
Google him.
Nah, that's a fact. You're right. You're right.
Google him. Google him. See his history. Dang.
Yeah, that's. I mean, in the age of information, you should not be out here ignorant. Period.
Right.
That is
I'm
true.
just saying. I'm just saying.
But let's be clear.
Right.
Let's be clear. You know, there's a lot of dumbasses on.
Not 100%.
And like I said, you could have the knowledge and not know what to do with it. You could have a sword, don't know how to use a sword, or use a gun. You know what I mean? You just have it.
And that's cool. But we're not
having it is not the knowledge. That's just accessible.
That-
You're just
yeah.
possessing.
Right.
You could get knowledge just like you could get something like that tangible. What you do with it.
No, but you know
and
what?
how you understand what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's
But-
different.
Because I done had plenty arguments with people that got master's degrees and tell me that
Listen.
that they don't understand that.
Listen.
Like with normal shit like time, like
Yeah.
how you don't say
Yeah.
you don't count the hour, you count the next hour. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Yeah.
People don't understand that shit.
Because they've been told.
That's the reason
Because
you don't know that.
Right,
Because they've been told what to understand, and then it stops there.
No, I mean, it's a big difference between education,
intelligence.
academia, and wisdom.
And intelligence.
You are academically gifted,
Yeah.
but this man is wise.
Right.
Who knows more?
Right.
The wise
Right.
man.
The wise man. knows
And-
more.
and
what's
we'll
a
just-
wise person? The person that listens. The person
You
that
don't- you don't
understands.
have-
It's more than just
You learn
being
from
smart.
everything.
You don't
Yes.
have a paper with some names on it that certifies them for anything. What happened to all the geniuses there was before schools or anything was? Before they had contracts and shit.
Yeah, for
They were geniuses and people that was intelligent too. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of shit
Of
I
course,
feel.
but they pushed them out the way.
Of course.
Because it's a program here that they got going on.
Y'all know we're about to go into the Matrix talk. I'm afraid of that talk. I don't want to do the Matrix talk. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to go into the rabbit hole.
No, we ain't gonna go.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got a rabbit hole.
I know. That's a whole different episode. That's a whole different
You have to
episode.
consider it out there because,
Yeah,
you
no.
know,
You're right.
I think self-education is the best education.
That is true.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. I mean,
You can always add on.
that's the beauty of it.
Always add on.
Because the beauty is that you never stop learning. That's what you're
No,
saying.
but that is, I think people,
That's what it is.
I try to reel this in, but I think people that, especially in an older age, they're used to knowing what they know and that's it to get by. So when you bring new information to them, they're not really looking to build on that.
They can't
extra.
comprehend it
because
because they're so
that was how they were taught.
Right.
back
They're
in the
grounded.
day.
They're grounded and comfortable.
We live in a world now.
Yeah.
We live in a world now where everything is wider spread, and you can reach because of the phone. You can reach out to the South, to Europe, to anywhere else, and you can learn things. I come across things. I'm like, let me look that up. Let me find
Yeah, for sure.
But not everybody's doing that.
No. But see, but what's the solution here? Like, how do we actually set ourselves up to be successful in life?
People want to have to get out their own way.
Amen.
And
people need to stop being comfortable being comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, not only that, I feel like
great.
You giving too much.
a lot of blueprints are laid down already for us.
There you go. That's getting crazy. Yeah. Drop the mic on that one. Drop the mic. Drop the mic on that one.
Up in here.
It's all right. It's all right. Well, they know what it is. Let me get that black joint. Let me get that joint. Let me take that one up. Yeah, there we go. That's it. We retired that one, but
I was saying that.
Yeah.
We pretty much went over everything. If there was anything else you wanted to add to make sure everybody knows.
Well, yes. First and foremost, I want to make sure that everyone understands the importance of having someone like Ralina involved in this project. You know what I mean? Because yeah, because this woman, she's been, you know, she is an embodiment of what a great example of what a queen should be. You know what I'm saying? In every aspect of her presentation, whether it's social media or if you have the luxury to meet her in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're around a woman like her, you have no choice but to be inspired and be motivated to actually try to go out there and make something happen. Right. I'm just blessed to have a situation that she found value, or she saw the value in it. And aside from all the stuff, all the history that we have working together, but she saw the value in Invite Only Global VIP, and she understood the assignment. And now she said, you know what, I'm all in. And I know once she says she's in, she's 1,000% in. Right. So that makes me even more comfortable working and, you know, going to war with her, because I know she's not gonna bail, she's not gonna flake, she's not gonna, you know, she's not gonna bail out. She's gonna ride with me. So it's like,
she's gonna speak her mind and tell you.
And that's what I really appreciate. And you got to be around people like that. You know what I'm saying? But see, you have to be comfortable enough in yourself, knowing that when you know, someone will point out something, and if you're wrong, you're wrong, and just accept the constructive criticism. Right. Don't look at it as hate or whatever. Right? I'm beyond that. Like, I'm in a space now where it's like, please tell me, is it wrong?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Right.
And she's one of those people, you know what I mean? Like, and I really I enjoy her mind, I enjoy her spirit, I enjoy everything she stands for. The fact that she actually decided to be a part of Invite Only Global VIP and ride this wave, that motivated me even more, because now I'm saying to myself, if I could convince an author, an entrepreneur, a brilliant mind like Ralina to believe in something, the world has no choice.
Ralina? What do you have to say?
Thank you. No, but seriously, I really want to get people that I know involved with. I know a lot of people, obviously, that are really serious and want to build and expand and stuff. Sometimes people say, I have a business, a brand, but you're not doing nothing. But it's being stagnant. Like, if you're really serious and you're really about networking and going and traveling too and having fun, but networking and building yourself. Come on, like, what's the problem? Like there should be no question.
It's a no-brainer.
Exactly, that part. I'm not here trying to sell you. There's a trick, No, I want you to come out and bring your brand, network, have fun, and
your brand.
Right, that's the most important thing. Part of me. This is why I signed on EXCELL, because I want people to bring their brand, expand their brand, learn, network, meet new people, get out of New Jersey, get out of Bergen County, get out of New York. Go other places, because it ain't all here.
Branch out.
Get out wherever you're from.
Right.
The
all over.
Everybody everywhere.
Go everywhere, meet new people. You don't know who could, what can lead to something else, that could lead to something else, that could make you
opportunity.
Right.
You're presenting opportunity. And
I believe in people I'm around. I believe in y'all. I want y'all to come with me. But I believe in people that I'm bringing this to. If I inboxed you, or I emailed you, or texted you about it, because I believe in you.
That's a fact.
If I believe in you, that means a lot.
Yeah.
Big bump.
I love it, man. I love that. I'm very interested. Very, very interested. Like I said, it works for y'all. It works for me, and that's you know.
It works for the brand.
It works. Period. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm definitely interested.
And Poe, how you feel about it?
I'm interested.
Okay, good.
I'm kind of happy. I'm interested, and we're gonna talk the logistics.
Of course,
and we're gonna see what we can make happen. It's not that far off, and I could probably do whatever.
I can also see I see the vision as far as y'all expanding
Yes.
And as far as the places that y'all visiting, to get them to get involved too.
Check it.
Different countries.
Yeah. That's what it is.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Right, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
To have it in Dubai, to have it in
And every year,
Domingo, right?
the Dominican Republic. But see, for artists, it's something like this. If you see yourself eventually trying to figure out how do I develop the capability to create a world tour on my own without any label behind it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
What was your conversation?
So basically,
artist.
back to the artist. So how the artist can benefit from a situation like invite only global VIP? Basically, they get a chance to create relationships overseas. Like, so for instance, you want to put together a world tour. Now you have that option through invite only global VIP, because every country that we go to, you get a chance to headline that country. Mm-hmm. So for instance, Belize, right? We have access to venues where if you come in as an artist and say, yo, I want to add that to my tour this year. Mm-hmm. So you have access to Belize. You have access to, when we go to Dubai, you have access to Dubai. You can put that on your itinerary, on your schedule. The Dominican Republic. Whichever country we go to, you have access to these countries. And eventually our goal is to have at least a country per quarter. So every quarter we hit in a different country in the near future, right? That's the goal for Invite Only Global VIPs, to eventually get to a point where we have a country that we travel to every quarter. And now the travel and tourism industry is a massive industry. A lot of people are not aware of how lucrative it is, because it's very difficult to be involved in that industry. Okay. But once you actually have a platform like the platform that we created with Invite Only, you realize that annually they generate billions of dollars on an annual basis. Mm-hmm. So how come no one else is competing for that? Like everyone is competing for the same dollar in entertainment, in fashion, you know what I mean? In these industries, because it's easily accessible. Right?
Most people don't step out of that zone because of fear.
Fear,
absolutely,
100%.
Fear of not being comfortable.
100%. But now, like Marlena mentioned earlier, we're making it easy for people to kind of like look at our platform and say, you know what, I'm not taking no risk. There's no reason for me to like kind of like hesitate, because they setting the whole table for me. Right. It's easier for you to come to a table, sit down, and grab the silver spoon and eat. And feast, instead of us telling you, yo, go hunt.
Right. Everything is right here.
Everyone is there. But it comes with a price.
Because
it comes with a price.
We live in a world of access. Mm-hmm. So this world of access and what's that word? Convenience is good and bad. Mostly bad, because we should already have learned how to farm, how to do certain things for ourselves that they don't teach in school.
I also think that's good on that. That's good to travel, because these places still hold those values and
it broadens your mind.
We can learn from them.
Yes, sir. Both of you guys are absolutely correct. Like if you're going out there with that intention to learn someone's culture, you definitely will get that. If you're going out there with the intention of you going out there and just learning, accessing resources that you typically wouldn't have stateside, that option is there. But it's really all on you. It's on your approach.
Yes.
But we make it easy for you, because it's almost like we're giving you medicine with candy.
Right. You got it. That's how you got to do it.
We're giving you medicine with candy.
Mix the candy.
You get a chance to travel,
and
enjoy luxuries, and do this and do that, but also get access to resources. Also connect, also network, also expand your brand and things like that, and cross market. But that's medicine, right? The medicine is that. But the candy is like, I get a chance to flex on that with my haters on Instagram. Right. You know what I'm saying?
or just enjoy the scenery.
Or enjoy that. That's the candy.
The thing about showing off for whoever's on social media is I always compare it to like the kid that gets the Jordan's first 2 weeks early. You only that nigga for a little bit of time. Right. And then you have to continuously chase to be the same person.
But that's all perception though.
But that's the perception that majority of people have.
You're right. A lot of people, especially black folks in America, are comfortable being the nigga with the brand new sneakers for 2 weeks.
Definitely. I know that.
It's very few people that are comfortable having money available year round to buy any kind of sneaker.
You want.
We talked to
anything.
We talked to your man not too long ago with the salon. He was saying, yo, I was getting it, but look where he got to. He was a man that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it was perception. He wasn't doing that to be that nigga. That just was his routine.
That was his routine.
You get what I'm saying?
But there's other motherfuckers. That's their routine to just be that nigga.
No, that's a fact. I get
that.
It all comes down to mindset.
Passion.
Mindset. Your attention.
Yeah.
What are you doing it for?
And Invite Only Global VIP is here to change that mindset.
Right.
We here to inspire people to think out the box.
Right.
There are some amazing. Do you know that Saudi Arabia is one of the richest nations in the world?
Yes.
They in the top 5.
Absolutely.
Ask me how many people live in Saudi Arabia.
How many people?
Yeah. What's the population?
It's probably less than what.
Less than Manhattan.
Wow.
What we're talking.
3 million people. Manhattan has New York City has 8 million plus.
I was going to say 6, but about that.
That's a fact. Saudi Arabia is beautiful.
And it's only 3 million population. How they are in the top 5?
Well,
Because
also
of that good oil, baby.
You can say that. You can say
and other things.
You can say that, or you can just say innovative thinkers.
Right. Absolutely.
They are beyond.
You've been to
They
Dubai.
are.
You've been to Dubai, and from I guess the pictures and shit they show on the internet of Dubai, like I guess in the 80s or maybe early 90s,
Yeah.
it's like very dirt roads.
It's desert. It was a desert. In 1993, it was a desert.
Okay, and now it's one of the biggest.
It's a metropolis.
Yeah.
It's one of the top 5 tourist destinations in the world.
Man-made.
Man, in less than 30 years.
I mean, what else would it be made by? Don't get me deep in that rabbit hole. Well, don't get me deep in that.
Say it again. I mean, regardless, it's man-made.
Yeah. No, but to his point, yes, everything like you go to Dubai, they have a ski resort. They have a ski resort in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? You can literally go skiing.
Yeah.
Where do they have a hill with
But
You can do that shit anywhere. So it's not
But like he said,
That's what I'm saying.
it's man-made.
It's man-made.
They have the man-made islands. See, islands are typically made naturally.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are archipelagos, right? So our islands become archipelagos depending on how many volcanoes are in the area.
But archipelagos, never heard of that before.
That word?
Yeah, never heard of
Well, it's like Hawaii. Hawaii is an archipelago because they have multiple islands. That's really what it means.
Which is naturally made, though, from the
right? It's
volcano.
Yeah, correct. So that's.
They man-made
That,
theirs.
but in Dubai, they literally
made.
yes, they did that. So
Abu Dhabi too, right? Correct.
well, Abu Dhabi is one of the cities. Is one of the cities in the UAE. See, the United Arab Emirates is exactly that. It's a United Arab Emirate. The UAE.
UAE.
It's like the USA, United States of America, but the United Arab Emirates.
like Air Emirates. Man.
But each.
I'm
Yeah, you on it. But see, you need to go out. Let's get this passport. Let's go outside.
I got my passport.
You're gonna benefit.
I got my passport. I'm ready to go.
You're gonna benefit.
Now they streaming your music in Dubai, they streaming your music in Belize.
Bro,
They
all that.
I mean, that's what we
you
have. I
international.
just need to get there.
That's it.
You international.
And we're here.
That's what I'm saying.
After today, you shouldn't have that concern.
No, that's
After
what
today,
I'm saying.
you shouldn't have this concern no
You
more.
were international.
Yeah, that's it.
Is international.
Yo, Bumpy, you been international.
That's always been but that's
Salute,
always
salute,
been my mind.
salute.
But you know why? Because we didn't come from another country. And I've watched my whole life foreigners come to America. They make a living. They're sending money back. And the victory mix. So I'm like, oh, shit. Why can't we do the same thing too?
Yeah.
We
Why not?
As Black Americans in this world today.
It's no, I don't see
No,
color because there's white people.
No, but you know what?
There's all type of races that limits themselves.
It's a mental situation.
That part.
That's
It's
what it's
a
coming
mental
to.
situation.
we
It's a
still-
mindset.
We physically could do whatever we want, and we know that.
But we
Right.
waiting.
When it comes physically.
We waiting on the 40 acres and a mule.
No, we waiting on something.
We waiting on that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We waiting on the 40
Some
acres.
people just
No.
told me that'll never happen. I told my idea to be like that'll never happen.
No, some
I'm like,
people.
what?
Some people.
You're that narrow-minded because you don't have
You
that.
can move
You don't
mountains
have
if you
that
want to.
creativity
Right.
to do something else that you
move
say never
mountains.
gonna
I don't know
happen.
how I'm gonna do
Watch
this.
you do this shit.
Let me. How you said they're waiting for
For the 40 acres and a mule.
I
Some
really
people
think-
are.
I think the
A lot.
older. I think the older Black people were used to having somebody they call a leader to follow behind, and I think that the younger ones don't give a fuck.
That's part of it, but that's part of it. But I'm gonna tell you.
That's how
But I'm gonna tell you
that's
where the
what
40 acres and a mule concept come from.
I already
When
got
you-
my 40 acres from you. I'm good. The next step.
Right,
That's what it's all about.
when you look at the majority of the Democratic Party, the people that support the Democrats, the majority of them are African American.
Right.
And what do the Democrats do? They sell you the ideology of the 40 acres and a mule concept. That's what Democratic parties do. They want to always help the people. You know what I'm saying? You got to vote for me. And
Democrats.
Right.
But the Republicans is the opposite of that, right?
But it was switched before.
It was switched before, but
We
now,
were on the
but
right
we
side.
talking about now. Like, I'm not worried about what happened in the past because what's impacting me now is the Democrats are telling me that they could feed my family. So I got to vote for the right motherfucker, the right person to be in office in order for my family to get fed. That's me waiting for my 40 acres and a mule.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When I can go do that shit my damn self.
My man, boom. You know what I mean? So now we saying invite only go.
You know what it is? Black people, I don't know what time frame it happened in, but we're so used on the convenience of life. We're so intertwined with how the other Americans move. And we want to be those guys. We really do. And it's hard for us to separate and be like, nah, we are very afraid people and don't want to own up to it. That's just the truth of the matter.
But you're right.
Somebody got to step out, and then if someone steps out, they want to see, like, listen.
I don't feel like it's just black people though, bro.
Nah,
that shit
no,
is
other
out the
cultures
window.
is different.
It's people. Period.
Nah, I think it's different cultures.
It's
different.
more black people.
Nah,
Let's say
more-
that.
No, because there's white. How many more people is on
Welfare?
Yes.
Jewish people.
They ain't talking about it.
And white people,
They ain't
right?
gonna talk
But they don't
about-
say that.
Right.
They just talk about black people. So that lets you
But
know
no,
that this is other
it's the
white
media.
people.
It's the media. So
right?
That's true.
So,
It's the media.
so
If you go
so-
to Alabama and you tell one of them about going to Dubai or something, they might look at you like Dubai.
But
What
it's
the fuck are you talking
But wait,
about?
hold up. You gotta hold up. Out of all the black folk,
You know what I'm saying? There's no color line.
I think out of all the black folk, the southern black folk are more independent of themselves in getting shit done regardless. I think the up north Negroes are a little different.
it's more bougie.
It's
more bougie.
I don't want to get my hands dirty.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying most northern, because even, I'm sorry to cut you off, but when I was in the Navy, right, because that was one thing, like when I was in the Navy, I'm surrounded by so many different demographics.
See so much.
I see people from Texas, how they behave, people
Right.
from Memphis, how they behave, people from, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, it really is a gap between different, not even different races, because we all black, like, this guy right here from Tennessee. Well, we all African American, whatever is the name.
Afro-Latino.
Whatever name.
I hate that term.
But when I'm there and I'm from New York and I'm like, you live off the land, you eat fucking raccoon, like, you know what I'm saying? So we ridicule each other. We ridicule because in the north,
We're not doing that.
you're not doing that. You ate alligator, like what the fuck? Y'all starving out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all gotta eat alligator, nigga? I go to
Alligator next door. That nigga right there.
but I'm up north.
Right.
I go to PF Chang's. Why do I have to? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm up north.
No, you're right. And most people that's up north move from the south, so their lifestyle changed dramatically. As soon as they get up here, you gotta kind of catch on to what's going on.
They eat some squirrel. Really eat squirrel, not eating steaks.
They're not doing that shit no more. They might go back down south to their home like, nah, we don't do this shit.
So now you created.
We not eating fatback.
We're not eating.
Right. So now,
But they saying, well, we was born and raised off this, we eating it.
so now you create a division,
Right.
right? It's a division when all we have to do is just accept each other.
That's it.
Yo, you a great raccoon hunter. I need you in my village. You a great alligator hunter. I need you in my village. You a great cook because you live up north and you know the recipes. I need you in my village.
Absolutely.
You a great motherfucking whatever the fuck you do.
But
I need.
everybody wants to be the chief and nobody wants to be Indians.
But
the
Somebody
fact that
gotta
a
be
lot of you know what a term that's being tossed around in our so-called community that gets on everybody's nerves is you a worker. You're not. So now just doing standard work is looked down upon.
You need to do the work, but you have to do the
have
work.
to
And
work.
also,
You have to work. It just depends
also
who
females,
and what you're working for.
certain females look down upon workers that do work.
I don't know how, because I feel like most women are the most hard workers.
Because we're living in this life in a rich and famous bullshit mindset.
Yeah.
We're all
No.
trying to be superstars when we don't all have to be.
no, but it's not even about that.
That's a
It's
facade.
just about
But the
correct.
facade
It's a
is winning.
facade.
No, yes.
It's not.
The facade is
It's
winning.
really not. Because once you go outside to the community, everybody's on the same shit.
No, but
regardless of what they.
On their phone, they're not.
Regardless, but on Instagram, they
On
not.
their phone, they not though.
I'm just
Go
saying.
to the community, go to their house, go to where they live, go to their apartments. It's all the same
Yo,
shit. No matter
yo.
what facade you put
all-
out.
It don't matter. We don't.
Right?
See what he's saying.
right? You get what I'm saying?
You're right.
You can do all that shit on Instagram,
Right.
but when I see you on the street, I know what's going on.
It's very few people.
We don't live on the
Yeah,
street no more.
it's very
What
few
you
people.
mean?
We do, but we don't no more.
It's very few people.
I live in the street.
I know you
no matter
do.
where I go.
It's very few.
Bro,
Live on social media. Not you. Maybe not you.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Regardless, if I go to Colombia,
the people
I'm on a
that
show.
talk about-
But everybody's not
right?
you.
But I'm still outside with everybody else.
To be honest with you actually are the exception to the rule because there's not a lot of people that move like you.
Right.
That's what I'm
I'm gonna be
saying.
honest. Like I'm outside. I meet a lot of personalities, bro. Like they don't think like you. They don't think like Marlena. They don't
I
think
know,
like.
I
It's
get
very few. So we are like a very small group of people, but we have the most influence because we are comfortable.
I can see it both ways. That's how I see it.
Influence
I
is
can
a
see
little
it.
harder,
but-
like
but-
you said, the facade. But I feel like we came up watching people that do the things that we're trying to do. So it is the mindset, kind of, because a lot of people didn't follow other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't see the blueprint that's already created there. So I can see it, you can see it, you can see it, you can see it,
Do you
but
know?
they don't see it.
Let me cut you off. I'm sorry. In 1911, the Encyclopedia Britannica was every word that was in that encyclopedia was true to the ground. After 1911, they started editing and changing information. So now imagine
the Roosevelts. He changed everything.
the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers did that. So yeah. So
the medical,
history,
so
educational,
everything.
all that.
So now imagine we in 2024 with all this information that's been edited. What type of mentality do you think the average person is gonna have?
Right.
When in school they teach you this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
himself. He doesn't want idealist
yes.
thinking men. He
Yes.
wants workers.
Yes.
He don't want
Rockefeller said
nobody
that.
else.
David Rockefeller wrote a
David
memoir.
They don't want you to
Reason
be in that
why-
position.
Bro.
They don't want you there.
Right.
Bro.
So now we know that. We are aware.
Every nook and cranny of the world we live in, he fucking altered
So-
it to his.
So it's by design.
Yes.
It's by design. So it's by design. So now to your credit, right? To your credit, because you didn't fall into that trap,
Right.
you managed to put yourself in position, right? And you became your own hero or in your story. So now you looking at everybody else like, nigga, you can do the same thing too.
I know.
But it's not. But it's not. He's not capable of because he doesn't have the spirit.
Right.
See, it's beyond just academics. It's beyond your
Right.
environment. It's
Right.
it's your soul,
It's your
bro.
spirit,
It's
your
your spirit.
ancestors.
Some of us is just not
Right.
built like that.
Right.
It's
You know what I'm
different.
saying? Some
It's
of us is just so built like that, my nigga. Like everybody's not gonna be at that level, bro. Like I don't have that spirit, bro. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to save me, bro. You're gonna have to save me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Somebody to say
You
that,
can't have the
for
conversation.
somebody to say that, they have to be an open person
but
too.
and that's
And
the
you can't have
problem.
a conversation with somebody that's 20 years old, 25 years old right now because they're gonna be like, huh? They're gonna be
But
lost.
Right.
but you believe it or not, there are some 21-year-olds
There are.
Very few.
Very
Very
few.
few.
But more so these days, there's no excuse for you not to because y'all have more accessible to everything.
Yeah.
More than we ever did.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at you, 21-year-olds. Some of them they on time, and I'm like, shit.
Well, I ain't make
That's
those 21
great.
year olds yet.
But look,
We interviewed some, so that
Oh, yeah,
we interviewed some, so that showed me that.
yeah, you're
You
right.
know what I'm saying? They're out there.
You're right. But now I think because this is the thing, everyone has a voice now,
Yes, true.
right? Everybody has a voice,
Yes.
but not everyone has a plan.
And that's it.
So what do we do now to change the narrative? Lead by example, not by words. Invite Only Global VIP is an example of what you can actually attain.
So
My thing is,
no more to say.
Invite
That
Only
was it.
Global VIP.
That was it.
You know what I'm saying? Invite Only
Invite
is the example to how you move.
Because nobody believes you unless you show the way.
You gotta show them. And we showing you how to get out there.
I just have coming up. I'm 44 this year.
I'm 43, so I'm right there with you.
You 81.
I'm 80.
No,
I'm 80. I'm 80.
I'm 81.
I'll be 44 this year.
I'll be
When's your
44 in
July.
less than a month.
July what?
Okay,
22nd.
month.
Okay, I'm just saying.
You the champ? Okay, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
So, summer babies.
I know it.
My birthday next month, February.
Oh,
It's
facts.
like-
So you 44 before me.
Yeah,
But we 80, right? 1980?
Yeah, months.
Copy.
So you come from a different country, but you still know the aesthetics of how the world at least was moving.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So when you're saying that just lead by example, it sounds great. It sounds like what we really should be doing. But now
in the last 5 to 10 years, this fucking world is for the fuck.
No, but we're not here to save nobody, bro.
It is.
No,
but it's a big world, bro.
You're not here to save nobody. You're still trying to get them to see.
No, it's okay, bro. It's all right.
You can't
don't
see.
put that on you.
That's your problem.
Don't put that on you. Don't put that stress on you.
Right.
I used to be like that.
You feel me?
Yeah, I used to be like that. Don't put that stress on you.
I'm not putting the stress on you.
Just do.
observe what it
No,
looks
of
like.
course, but through the observation, right, indirectly, you feel some type of way. It triggers an emotion when you see the young nigga not paying attention, right? It makes you like, damn, my nigga, like, yo.
But when we were that age, were we paying attention?
But
Did we have less shit?
But it's okay.
Get our attention?
It's always been there.
No,
bro.
but it's okay, bro. It's okay. Everyone is not gonna be saved. It's all right. So now I just gotta find the people that complement the village that I'm building. That's all I'm worried about. That is all I'm worried about.
And
So
expand, because
that's it.
eventually somebody's going to. It's good.
that's it. It's not for everybody. It ain't for everybody. Just find what do you do? Carpenter. What do you do? Engineering. What do you do? Medicine. I got a village. Let's work.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. What do you do? I'm just trying to figure out who's gonna save me. Then stay the fuck right there. It's simple.
Or watch us and figure something out.
Whatever, because I'm not investing my energy into trying to educate you on how to fucking be constructive and productive into a village. It's too late for you, bro.
Right.
You know when they told you to go buy Bitcoin, it was too late for you to buy Bitcoin?
It's true. That's true. Bitcoin was.
They're not
way
gonna
before
tell
that.
you to do something
Ahead of time.
They're not. By the time you hear about it, it's too late. Don't even bother, bro. Leave it alone.
Bitcoin was like 10 years later.
One cent you
But
could got.
when they were telling you about Bitcoin, nobody was
No
talking about it.
one talked about
They
it.
teach us about it. They just
Bro.
threw it out there.
So you
Bro.
just gotta.
In the New York Times, they spoke about Bitcoin back in 2006.
Wow.
Okay.
If you read, who reads the New York Times in the hood?
Nah.
No one. All right, so let's stop playing. Moving on. That's it. Moving on.
Unless you one of the niggas that do, that's in that way.
Right, but
Very few.
Usually it's an influence. Somebody's gonna put, unless you just pick it up out of nowhere. it's
When we
usually
worked at
an influence.
PCS, still in New York Times, we wasn't calling Patterson, New Jersey. We was calling what? Who was we calling?
We wasn't calling Patterson.
We wasn't calling no black neighbors. We was calling all the white
We
people.
calling the people that
Buy
You
New
gotta
York
call
Times.
that market. You
Yeah.
gotta find that market.
We used to sell New York Times, and we never called black neighborhood.
Yo, man, you want the funny papers for
Right.
$5.99?
Right. So, but this is the thing, right? This was beautiful about what we doing now. We all the OGs now. You the OG, you the OG, you the queen in the hood. Like they look at you, they respect you. You're the big sis in the hood. We in that role now. So let's stop looking for somebody else.
Right.
So we know what the problem is. Little nigga, get out the block, come fuck with me. Let's go to Dubai. I'm gonna show you something.
Right.
It's simple. But you're OG. What I gotta do though? Oh, well, put some bread up. Because you gotta invest in yourself. Like, that's what they sell you, right? If you believe in you, then you put the bread up and you travel, bro. Because if you can't even come up with $2,500 to travel to outside of another country, then guess what, bro? It's a wrap for you.
You ain't ready.
Right.
It's a wrap.
You ain't ready.
You
Come
gotta
back.
keep sharp.
It's a wrap. In America, one of the richest countries in the world, you call yourself a hustler, you can't even come up with $2,500.
Right.
It's a wrap.
Right.
I was told if I consider myself a hustler and I'm in a city with 8 million people and I can't get a motherfucker to give me $1, then why am I a
Can't
hustler?
get paid in the earth this big.
Come on, we listen to Jay-Z, we listen to Jigga all the time. We hear these niggas. But then it's like, oh, yo, that's how I feel. They tap into my spirit.
Right.
But are they tapping into my potential? No, because they're not really teaching me nothing. They not. Jay-Z didn't tell you what books he read. Never.
Well, that's what they come with, that whole, will you take dinner with them or will you take the freaking money?
Well, you know, that's a marketing thing. But in reality, Jay, why don't you just put a playlist, or not a playlist, but put a list of all the books you ever read. Fuck a playlist of all your songs.
Right.
Give me the books, nigga.
Right.
Stop playing with me.
That's a fact.
I want to read what the fuck you know.
That's a fact.
Like, I don't care about you having a dinner with Beyonce in Milan. I don't care about that, bro. I'm struggling over here.
Right.
Like, I want to read, bro. I want to learn how you got there, bro. I'm not even asking you for money. I just need the books.
You just want to be told how to fish.
I just need the books.
This way you don't have to ask anybody.
All right, and Robert Kiyosaki said that in Rich Dad Poor Dad, right?
Yeah.
Right? If I teach you how to fish, you eat for a lifetime. If I feed you today, you're going to come see me tomorrow because you're going to be hungry again.
And that's where we at. That's where we're at as a people.
So now what do we do? So we're not going to keep pointing the finger.
But you gotta blame that on America,
But
bro.
This is why I'm going
America.
against you.
It's America.
All right,
It's
America.
It's people.
Nah.
It's people.
It's
Mentality. It's
no.
mentality.
But it really starts from the government, how this country's built on blood money. They didn't teach us
I don't vote.
shit.
I don't believe in government. I believe in my learning and being my own person. Nothing about no
That's
government.
what we
Ain't
have
got nothing to do with it.
But I'm saying,
you know what
it
the Japanese
started
do?
from
You know
there.
what the Japanese do when they have a problem? They fix it. They don't worry about the blame. They don't worry about the blame. And if the person that fucks up, the fucking
Those
wait,
Japanese
hold
people
on,
are different people, baby.
hold up.
Their mind frame and their intelligence and their discipline is
the person that
solid.
fucks it up, he feels disgraced. He takes his life on, he cuts his hands off.
Exactly.
And it's over with. We don't.
America's not gonna do that, bro.
But I'm saying America is the blame game. That's how it's.
You got these
functions.
two?
America's to blame, bro.
Go to the club.
Yeah, America's to
We
blame.
be here all night.
know what I'm
talking.
doing.
We be here all night.
This
talking.
is dope, man. This is deep.
We gotta do a part 2.
Yeah.
This is the type of shit I like.